Exclamation, everybody, welcome back to Orwell. So episode 3 was just released today, so we can move on to the next day and try to figure out what is going on here. This Nina person seems like is high on my list for someone we need to really dig into. Cassandra, I have a feeling, didn't do anything. Juliet, I doubt did anything. Abraham Goldfells, he is missing. So he is by default a suspect just because he's missing, but I don't think I don't know. We'll see where that rolls out to. And Harrison O'Donnell, I think, is just a rebellious individual and not really worth our time too much anyway. Interestingly enough, if you did get in the last episode, if you did get a advertisement prior to the video, my apologies. The little bit of a clip of the audio, the music that I played in the game here, tripped off a content ID as it tends to do, and so CD Baby is the one taking all the fractions of a cent on that one. So oh well. We'll see what goes on there. I could have gone back and edited it, but you know what? It took 6 hours just to render that hour and 40-minute episode, so I said, screw it, let's just give it to them. So anyway, all that out of the way, let us move on to the next day. Episode 3, Unperson. Here we are again, after having stared into the abyss, not unscathed, but alive, and still with a job. I was able to keep us in the business. My superiors don't want to give up on Orwell just yet. Needless to say, we cannot afford to repeat a failure like yesterday. The TNB is already starting to tear us apart. This Nina character is the final member of Thought that we don't have concrete information on. Since she is the one who planned the protest at the Circle Mall, and now a bomb has been found there, she is now of special interest to us. Her stance towards law enforcement just gives us one more reason, as you found out yesterday. Focus on Nina, but keep watching all the others too. Alright, speaking of, the listener just popped up here. Oh, looks like Harrison just got another email. Let's see what this is from. From unknown person to Harrison O'Donnell. Subject, Hardy Face. Hey, forgot to charge my phone tonight, and yeah, so I have to do this old-fashioned way. I really wanted to thank you for the very nice evening, Hart. I haven't enjoyed myself so much in, well, ever. Only to be topped by that night, that is. Winky face. I was hoping you'd drop by CCC and come pick me up tonight. We can cook together, maybe watch something, and who knows, maybe continue where we left off. You in? Smile. Funny, I just realized that I've never been to your place, even after all these years we've known each other. So, I figure you're hiding another love affair of yours there, are you? Probably your ex, the one you've been talking about ever so often when I was around, or this girl that always yammering on about how she despised the safety bill. Nina, I think. Come to think of it, for all that torment you owe me big time, so I really, really demand to come to your place. Winky. I love you, Marcia. P.S. If you're going to the city center today, please, pretty please, take care of yourself with all the bombs and stuff. Don't stay any longer than necessary, okay? Alright, so this is for Harrison, but we got a thing here about Nina. Where is she at? She is over here. So we'll say grab this one. One related document found. Why would someone oppose the safety bill? We have the lowest crime rate in years, or possibly ever. You and me, we have a job thanks to the bill. The only reason to not support it is if you have a dirty past. With the situation as heated as it is, this sounds like someone we should have a very close look at. We need a full examination. First, a concrete background. Who is she? Second, what motivates her? What does she want? And finally, Where was she around the time of the bombings? Yeah, well, who, what, when, where, why? I got it, dude. And yes, people do want privacy. Who could ever want not to hide something from the government thanks to the safety bill? Oh, I wonder. All right, let's look at the breaking news. The Circle Mall hit by terrorist assaults. Did I read this last time? I think so. Yeah, I did read this last time. All right. Entry 6, War on Indifference. This is from the Thought blog. The thoughts are free. Right. War on Indifference, published by Concerned One. The indifference towards their own rights is a worse enemy than the government itself when we are to overcome privacy-destroying surveillance laws. We are in a state of war against our own government. The declaration of war is the safety bill, the only gain of which is reinforcing the chokehold the party has on us. With this bill, they are screwing every single citizen of this country. Yet most people are ignorant to this. Most people simply don't care about their rights being wrestled from them. Why bother when I have nothing to hide, is their default excuse. They feel safe in their cozy houses while the government slowly puts the muzzle to their forehead, ready to pull the trigger any second. With our move on the crowded Circle Mall in Bonton yesterday, the first shots have been fired towards the lurking indifference among the populace. But they were merely warning shots, a friendly reminder that it's about time to take sides in this conflict. We cannot tolerate indifference. We will not accept it. If you're not with us on this, you're against us. Comment. 7 comments, one by Goldfells, written on December 16th, 2017 at 5:30 p.m. Frankly, I was in shock when I heard of the events in the mall. How you in particular incited the crowd to directly threaten the visitors. Now I am even more astounded by your writing. You know I agree people being oblivious in this matter is the problem's root. We have discussed this many times. We must get their attention carefully though. Through interesting and remarkable events, we must make them think. Scaring them to death is the exact opposite. Oh, she was inciting a crowd, huh? She replied back, and I'm assuming it's a she because it's Nina. Scaring people is convincing them, Abe. People will only care about things that pose immediate threats to their life or lifestyle. Your own words. Surveillance is just too abstract a topic, too far away to grasp. They don't feel the danger of it, so we made them feel. It's as simple as that. Let us follow your argumentation for a moment. What did you achieve then? You just upset innocent bystanders in a time when they are already deeply unsettled. This is the exact reason why they are so afraid and yearn for safety in the first place. You've just proven them and the government right. Violence cannot be the key, and thought shall not stand for that. Violence? There was no violence. No one was hurt. Frightened at best. Honestly, I think it wasn't even enough. We made some local press, but the big fish TNB didn't bite. No big deal at all. How are we going to reach a broad audience? The rethinking you wanted if you're not willing to let us do something about it. And then Hancock replies, Ladies, gents, can we all calm down a notch? Abe, you're totally right. We were fucking fire starters. We got a little bit carried away by the euphoria of finally getting our message out there. We didn't think straight for a moment. It's not going to happen again. And Concerned, thanks for stabbing me in the back when I need you the most, Harry. And Goldfells, this is not the right place for a discussion of this magnitude. We will have a word about it in our next meeting. Okay, so she was definitely inciting things. So let's make sure we get all this stuff over to Nina. Or over to Orwell for Nina. Scaring people to get attention to one's message. Really? This is what thought is about? No, not thought. Not thought at all. This is... So Abraham... So we'll put this under Abraham's profile. He detests violence, which I think we already know. But now it's even more... obvious. And then Hancock also was not very thrilled about this. Upload that. Ha! Afterwards, they're clever and feel sorry about their actions. It's always the same. Okay. So that is that for the thought blog. Obviously, there's more entries here that they're not letting me get into. They're probably the smoking gun after all. I mean, you got access to this website and you're telling me you're not going to look at every freaking thing on it? Alright, so we got some new news here. Catastrophe strikes the Circle Mall, kills 1. April 15th, 2017. Third terrorist strike in Bonton targets a Circle Mall despite investigative efforts. 1 person killed by the explosion, 3 others hospitalized. Delarue refuses to give statement. Bonton. Yesterday evening, the Circle Mall in Bonton was hit by yet another terrorist bombing. Around 7:21 p.m., an explosive device detonated within the building, instantly killing a man and severely injuring 3 other persons. The interior of the mall was heavily damaged. Due to the attack, the Ministry of Security has ramped up police presence in the Bonton and Farview area. Catherine Delarue, head of the ministry, is expected to come under fire from the media after previous claims that safety and investigative measures would be sufficient to prevent any further attacks. Delarue has refused to give a statement, but the entire Ministry of Security is under pressure to present investigative success and to bring the perpetrators to justice. Okay. Interesting. So then what else do we have here? Anything else in the headlines? The national opinion. Oh, here's Harrison O'Donnell with another national opinion, huh? Okay. The national opinion, be on watch. April 15th, 2017 by Harrison O'Donnell. Column author Harrison O'Donnell reflects on last week's article and calls on the citizens of the nation to show courage in the face of terror. So let's get something abundantly clear to begin with. I feel bad. I feel like a fucking moron. And rightly so. In last week's No article, I blabbered about how some bombs would soon go off in Bonton or Farview. At that time, just to advertise my point of view. I'm truly sorry for everyone involved or affected by these terrible events. It never was my intention to ridicule or trivialize the attacks in Bonton. Well, if you've not been living under a rock, and a massive boulder at that, for the last couple of days, you absolutely must have heard that is pretty much exactly what went down. It's far beyond, I hate to say it, but I told you so. The fact that none of the announced bombings could be prevented by the new investigation methods naturally raised critical questions. How the hell is this possible at all when we have all the CCTV and new safety regulations out there? Why spend so much money for mechanisms that don't protect lives as they should? Why is there still no real suspect in sight, not even to mention in custody? These questions neglect one fact, though. People killing asswipes are among us. They are our neighbors. They are like you. They are like me. Mind you, they are most certainly not like me. It's tough for cameras or other automated safety systems to recognize a criminal or terrorist before he actually commits a crime. They cannot look into houses, and certainly, thankfully, cannot look into the soul of a passerby. We the people of our great nation must grow ever more vigilant. We ourselves must stand up for our safety alongside of high-tech security mechanisms, as those can only work in addition to our own perception. Let's not get intimidated and not back down to some shitheads thinking they can spoil our way of life. Report suspicious things going on as soon as you learn about them. It's your duty to the community, but mostly yourself. Loose lips can also sink terrorist ships, figuratively speaking. This is an interesting article. Pro-security mechanisms, take care of their own safety. Right. Yeah, this guy's... I feel like he's got this public persona where he's like towing the line, and then he's got this private persona where he's like, screw all this. This is all terrible stuff. So I wonder, predicted assault only to underline argumentation. He condemns the bombings. I think that's a good thing to put on there. Strange way to underline one's argument. It's still peculiar he mentioned bombings before anything happened, but, well, yeah, that's the way things are. So we'll grab this and put that over there too. He's right. We cannot save everyone, but we're still the watchful eye of the nation. Well, I'm not so sure about that. What other headlines do we have here? Movie release endangered by lawsuit against director. See, this is the important stuff right here. April 15th, 2017. Movie director Aaron sued by lead actors over breach of contract. Post-production of Grey Shadows Part 3 is on hold indefinitely. Release on Valentine's Day is endangered. No, you can't not produce Grey Shadows. Hilbury. It's been a tough wait for fans of the ongoing Grey Shadows saga. The final act of the trilogy has already been postponed several times for a multitude of reasons, and now there seems to be yet another real threat of delay added to the list. Rhubarb Productions, the studio behind 100 Grey Shadows, today announced that post-production duties would be suspended until further notice. It was then reported that the suspension was due to a pending lawsuit filed by the lead actors, Mike McNeil and Betty Avon, against the movie's director Sumishi Aran, who allegedly breached a clause in their contract. The agreement clearly stated that no images of the movie would be made public without explicit consent of both actors, which was not that case for, I guess they mean the case for the edited movie poster Aran had shared online on Thursday. This has put the expected Valentine's Day release in jeopardy. So I guess this is the other... yeah, that was the poster that we saw earlier. Okay, just wondering about that. Fans have been talking to online message boards, sharing theories that the lawsuit and other holdups... I wonder why they're putting lawsuit as 2 words. It's really supposed to be 1 word, isn't it? Anyway, and other holdups during production have been endangered to cover up the desolate state of the movie. As a result, the Rhubarb Productions Timelines profile has been bombarded with messages of anger, with rabid fans wanting answers. In the meantime, there's also news that is sure to soothe the fan spirit. McNeil and Avon have announced on both their websites that they have resolved their issues and are a happy couple once more. Yeah, well, as the world turns in the Hollywoods, huh? Alright, let's see what the listener has now. Another email. Oh, he's replying back. Harrison's replying back to his estranged lover. To unknown person. Hey, kiddo, you're abso-fucking-lutely right. One could rightly call that evening mind-blowing. And of course, I'll pick you up tonight. I like this more you're talking of, and I think I am in need of it big time. Oh my god. This is too much. This guy is too much like, yes, tell me more. Actually, do me more. But let's not stay at my place tonight. It's utterly unfit for a lady like yourself. No lovers hidden there, only not so hidden leftovers and laundry. Especially not Juliet's. I haven't heard anything of that bitch in months. I'm done with her, because I'm with you now, my Marcia. Oh god. Pinky swear. And Nina? You mean anything will set me off? Angry outburst, Nina? Don't even get me started on her. She was my partner in crime a while ago, so to speak. That's it. So babe, see you around 8 straight tonight. Much love, H. Ugh. Excuse me while I throw up in my mouth a little bit here. But let's not stay at my place. That he's plans to stay away from his home on Saturday. That is a good idea, I think, to pull over. So he's not going to be at home on Saturday. And he's talking to a Marcia. We've seen words of a Marcia around. Juliet and Harrison were together? That one's news to me. Guess it doesn't matter. Seems to be over now. Anything will set me off. Angry outburst, Nina. Let's see what that is. She gets angry outbursts, so I think we should put that on there. Even though we don't really, well, it does seem to fit the pattern. So I'm gonna say that that's the case. So we'll grab that and put that over there. Enraged outbursts. Interesting. Keep looking for a reason behind this. Alright, she's my partner in crime a while ago. That's just a figure of speech. So we're gonna disable that one. That's not that important, I would think. Okay. So that is all we got there. What else do we have here? War and a Difference. There's another thing here. Yeah, this is the one that was wasn't there a... Oh, here we go. I clicked on the, if I go back to the war on indifference thing that she wrote, I clicked on her little concerned one thing here, and it brought me to a Utel account, so now we should be able to listen in on her conversations. Yep, and there's one waiting for us right now. Chat with unknown person. Let's see what happened. Hey, Sylv. Hey, Nina. Sliv, I guess. Just wanted to ask if everything is fine. Yeah, don't worry. We're having a great time. Thanks for taking care, even though it's Saturday. Don't mention it. How are you feeling? Still shitty. Nina, I hate to say it, so don't hold it against me, okay? I'm fine. Was she not? No, you're not. You're worrying me. You always look so sad. Nothing to worry about. She's depressed. Anything new on the love front? No. And then, only idiots on this singular portal thing you recommended, Sliv. Don't know how you got to find John among so much crap. I'm gonna remove the account. Yeah, it's 99% fools. Just keep it tight. Someone will come to the rescue. No thanks. I can rescue myself. Gotta work now. Thanks again, Sylv. Call you later. See you, girl, and cheer up. Alright, so she's on it. She's got another account elsewhere. So it looks like she's often sad. I imagine she might be slightly depressed. Yeah, it could be relevant to find out what about he says. And then this portal. So she's single. She's in contact with Sylv. Has an account on Singular. So put that over there. Oh, one related document. Excellent. And is that everything? That appears to be everything. All right, a reader. Where does this take me? Ah, Singular. Oh, it's a website, not a phone thing. Welcome. Oh God, Singular. Don't be single. Be singular. That is the shittiest tagline I've ever seen in my life. Don't be single. Be single-ish. Be single-liquor. Oh, man. That's great. Alright, continue to your profile. What do we got here? Your profile, your opinions, your conversations. Hello, concerned one. Oh, I'm logged in as her. Excellent. Great to see you again. It's a good day to fall in love. This is your public profile. Everything you enter here is visible for any visitor. Okay, well, here's a picture of her, it looks like. Maybe, possibly a picture of her. We'll find out. She is 6'1" and athletic. I don't know if we care that she's athletic, but I think the 6'1" would be good. And born in October 1985. So she's only 5 years younger than me. So she's 30 then. It's not bad. She's looking for 35 to 45-year-old men, so she's obviously wanting the older male companion. She lives in the Bonton Farview area. Okay. This is all good information thus far. And I think we can... she's heterosexual. Well, we don't really know that for sure, but I don't think we really care. Bi-type athletic. I don't think we care about that either. Never smokes, drinks, or does drugs. Diet everything. Does that mean she diets on everything, or she eats everything? She doesn't care about diet. I don't know. That's left up to the reader. Likes hiking, climbing, Asian food, and the Beatles. I still don't think that matters. Does not like suits, most movies, candlelight dinners. So don't even bother with that. Great. There isn't really much to say. If you'd like to get to know me, ask away. Recent profile visitors. Oh my God. Look at these freaks. This guy is like, yeah, dude, I just got done filming an Apple commercial, and I'm down to bang. And then this guy's like, well, I've been out in the city, or I've been out in the country, just churning some butter and farming some eggs up. So if you want to come on out and get a little hoedown, well, we can do that. And then, even though she said she was into men, a chick visited her profile. That's fine. And then this guy is like the creepy serial killer guy. He's like, yes, come to my motel. It's Bates. So, okay, got it. So your opinions here. Your opinions help us to compare yourself with potential matches. Your answers are private and will only be used for your match score calculation. Here are your answers so far. What are you looking for most in a potential partner? True love? True love. Okay, that's movie reference there. Honesty, financial stability, and independence. Financial stability, huh? Yeah, again, I don't think that really matters. How long do you wish for your next relationship to last? A couple of years, she says. Would you consider allowing your partner seeing other people? Yes. Ooh, she prefers an open relationship. Well. Would you consider dating someone who does not want or dislikes children? No. Well, damn. I'm off that list. What places would you like to go on vacation? And she selected the seaside and the mountains. How interested in politics are you? Quite a bit, she marked off. I wonder if she's politically interested. I guess that kind of fits, so let's put that over there. In the end, it all comes down to what degree of interest and which agenda. Yep, that's what I'm thinking. Are you a cat or a dog person? She's a dog person. Excellent, Smithers. That's very good. It's unfortunate, the whole kid thing, but at least you're a dog person. I can deal with that. If you turn a left-handed glove inside out, it fits the left hand, the right hand, or what is this question? She selected, what is this question? If you turn a left-handed glove inside out, it fits the left hand, the right hand, or what is this question? That's okay. Left-handed glove. It's still left-handed. And since when are people making left-handed gloves? Don't they fit both hands? Well, I guess technically the thumb, they switched the thumb around, but still, it's still a left-handed glove. Just because you flipped it inside out? Oh man, I don't get some of these things. All right, your conversations. Start a new conversation, visit the profile of your match. You may close the conversation whenever you feel like it. Your match will then be unable to message you unless you open it again. Your conversations with Pretender 80. A guy with a mohawk and a ginormous beard. 34% match. Conversation was started. Hiya there, just saw your profile. You seem quite nice. So I wondered do you have more pictures? So let know. Looking forward to hearing from you. Yeah, okay. All it says is you close the conversation. Okay, the serial killer guy's handle is Super Randy. Oh boy, he's got like the pedo stash going on and everything else. Oh yes, okay. 68% match though apparently. And then Wise Sam, an 87% match, but she has made no conversations with either of those. I wonder though, if I click on this. Oh, actually she has. Oh, okay, that one was selected. Oh, okay, never mind. So so that's closed. This one's Super Randy. Hey, Blondie, I just came across your profile and got stoned immediately by your striking beauty. I just had to message you. I wonder if you would spare some time for a lonely hot like me and go out with me sometime. We could go out and have a drink at Frank's. You know that one, since you're from Bonton too, right? What about the weekend? Blondie? Seriously? I don't recall everyone calling me Blondie, and I'm an 80s child. Touché. Great. Me too. So when are we going out? We're not. Now I totally get why you're over 30 and still single, arrogant bitch. You closed the conversation. Well, that was Super Randy is apparently Super Randy and super terrible. Alright, conversation was started. Hi, concerned one. I just read your interesting profile. It left me dying for more information. Now here I am, asking away like you requested. If you dislike candlelight dinners and movies, as you stated, guys will probably have a hard time dating you. That makes me wonder, what is it that you would like to do on a potential first date? Of course, I could resolve to just ask you out to the local Chinese place around the corner and just abandon all the candle part of the dinner. Still, that does seem a bit straightforward. I could really use a helping hand here. Care to lend me yours? Cheers, Sam. Hi, Sam. It's kind of refreshing to read a decent message from time to time. If we were to go on a date, just ask me out to this local Chinese place you mentioned. I don't care much for dating rituals. By the way, name's Molly Schwartz. You can call me Molly. Well, okay, so she's not Nina. She is Molly. Interesting. So I think she's using an alias. Molly Schwartz. She's using a fake name and such a peculiar one at that. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. It's like, for a fake name, it's rather specific. You know what I mean? Hi, Molly. Oh, great. Suits me well because, no kidding here, I don't like this stuff either. I think most guys don't, though it is nice from time to time, especially with the right woman. Speaking of which, I was hoping you could tell me a little bit more about you, what the person behind the small picture and all those separate chunks of data is like. What does Molly do for a living? What does she do when she's at home? Does she live all alone, or is there somebody waiting for her? Does she often get to climb? Does she masturbate? Please, Molly, feed a full craving for each bit of knowledge about you. Don't let me starve. Hey, Sam, you're quite the dramatic guy, aren't you? Wink. Smiley. Anyway, here I go. I work whatever I find, aka temp work. I hope you weren't looking for someone with a shiny job title. I live in a small flat in between tons of industrial waste. You still with me? And indeed, I don't live alone. There is a special someone in my life. It's a man. And he's a very, very important to me. He's also the reason I don't get to climb as much anymore. Jealous already? Don't be. It's my son, Michael. Oh, interesting. And, oh my God. Why Sam closed the conversation? Well, oh, good God. So ladies, mentioning that you're already, mentioning that you have a child on a dating site, probably not a good thing. Because this guy just noped right out of there. He's like, oh, you have a son. Oh, that's me. There's, where did the time go? So that's why she answered no to people who don't like children. So there you go. So she does temp work. And she has a son. Ooh, there's a related document to that. She has a son named Michael. A single mother. Doesn't seem like the type to be involved with terrorist attacks. I don't know, man. I don't know. They can be. She could be. That could be motherly instinct kicking in. Like, I must make the world better for my child, so I'm going to bomb the shit out of everybody. You know, that kind of thing. You know, burn the world, spare the child, spare the rod, whatever it is. Whatever that phrase is. Anyway, go back here. Work easy. I guess this is the only temp area in the whole place, the whole shebang. You're logged in as Molly Schwartz. Okay, so her name is actually Molly Schwartz. Huh. Looking for a job? Looking for temporary staff? In both cases, you've come to the right place. With Work Easy, you have the nation's largest database of more than 47,000 reliable temp and part-time workers and over 5,600 high-profile employers right at your fingertips. For convenience and safety, we offer escrow payments, connecting temporary employees with employers of many areas. Repairs and maintenance, administrative, retail, and service. Okay. Can I click on any of these? Yes, no? No? Okay. Interesting. Let's see what Molly Schwartz's profile looks like. We got a new picture of her anyway. That might be a thing. Temp work seeker, employer satisfaction 4.5 out of 5. Wow, she's a good worker apparently. Okay, let's pull that over. Her picture, any? So she provides cleaning, maintenance, mechanical repairs, groundskeeping, and customer service. Is this important? Maybe important. I'm not entirely sure. I'm on the fence about that one. Registered at Work Easy since November of 2013. Level of experience, Work Easy star. There's 1,202 jobs taken. Holy hell, that's a lot of jobs. Man, she is a workaholic. Maybe she didn't have time to bomb anything. She was too busy working. 6,899 hours of house cleaning services, 3,223 hours of groundskeeping, 2,151 hours of maintenance and repairs, and 510 hours of customer service. Ooh. Extras. Will work 10 plus hours per day. Will work nights. Will work on weekends. Will work on holidays. Ooh, she is burned out. That is what's going on. That is totally what's going on. She is completely freaking burned out, I bet. Because she's doing all that work. And I guess it doesn't pay well, so I guess she has to work because she's a single mother, so she has a kid to support, so oof, okay. That's definitely important to know. Look at us working on the weekend. It's different, of course, when you are a single mother. That must be tough. Do you have any ideas why she's doing this? What she aims for? Well, she's trying to make money for her kid, I guess. Wow, $8 an hour. Yeah. Oof. That's a rough one. Okay. Well, that explains all the extras. Then we've got a conflict with an unknown data chunk here about her mailing address. So I can't pull that over yet until I know what the other conflict is. So let's take... We've got an email address here, so we can snoop on her email. And I assume that's where we'll get the other address from. So let's see. Mail, subject, examination results. Just as the Prime Minister leaves, the weather is getting even shittier. There was a news bulletin. Blaine cancels meeting for surprise visit in Triflith. Let's see. Office of Dr. White, Nina. Examination results. Dear Ms. Maternova. Ms. Maternova? What the hell? How many names does this woman have? I'm writing on behalf of Dr. White. On your last visit at our office, a blood sample was taken. This was then sent in the Boston Central Hospital's laboratory for examination. I would like to inform you the results are now in. Date of the report, April 13th, 2017. Patient number 198-166-2254. Report. There are no pathological findings. All values are normal and more or less ideal. Regardless, Dr. White has asked me to remind you of his advice once again. Bonton Medical Service. Alright, so we have a patient number here. That might help us. And another alias. Nina Maternova. I wonder if this is her real name or this is another alias. Oh, we got a hit on that one. Okay. Interesting. On the reader here. Central Medical Database. Yeah, here we go. We can get into their medical records. Central Medical Database. Entry 2002 34551, sex female, provider Gerald White, MD, Bonton, date of birth October 7th, 1985. Okay, so that's accurate now. Date recorded April 4th, 2017. Address 347 Industrial Quarters, 5X24, Bonton. Okay, so this is the conflict with Molly Schwartz, Nina Maternova. I'm thinking this address is probably the more accurate one, so I'm going to pull this one over. Perfect. An address is always helpful. There is a call coming in too, but before we do that, I want to look at this. Patient name, Maternova Nina, patient number, blah, 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 insurance not available or not applicable. Complaint description. The patient complains about pain throughout the left thigh and the upper leg. She describes the pain as searing, burning, sometimes bursting. The leg feels numb at times. Symptoms occur whenever the leg is stressed, releasing only when sitting or lying down. Symptoms started 9 days ago. Addendum. I have asked the patient regarding the healed wound on her left upper leg as no medical record existed in this database. She was evasive and gave no clear statement about the wound's origin. Examination. Heart rate was 62 beats per minute. Blood pressure was 128/82, which is actually not bad. 120/80 is normal. Heart rate is 62. That's also normal for a resting heart rate. Well, between 60 and 80, right? NPD visual examination revealed cicatrix on lateral left upper leg. Palpitation of the leg conducted. Tenderness to light pressure. Leg skin is warm to the touch. X-ray revealed former deep wound in dorsal left upper leg. Femur sinistra. NPD blood sample taken and sent to BCH lab. I wonder if she's got like a blood clot thingy going on there. Pain is most probably due to a prior inflicted wound on dorsal left upper leg, compressing or damaging the nervus cutaneous femoris lateralis. Symptoms are similar to those of neuralgia, I don't know what any of these words are. A medical leave with strict rest until the end of April 2017 has been suggested. The patient has been strongly advised to favor the leg to avoid further complications. Spirin 400 milligrams has been prescribed with the following annotation: take 2 times a day after meals. Advise patient to come back if symptoms do not improve after 14 days. So she was on medical leave until April 2017, but I'm guessing she has some work. I'm guessing she was still working because she can't really afford to sit on her butt. She's got bills to pay, I imagine. Let's see what this call is. Oh, there's a call coming into Juliet. Welcome to Rosentech. You're calling outside of our office hours, please. Hey, little Jewel Bug. June? It's so great to hear from you. Yeah, you too. That's why I called. 'Twas about time June and Jewel Bug had their annual sisterly chat, right? Super right. How did you know I was working today? Aha, when aren't you? Sorry, I forgot for a second. You actually know me. Feeling stressed? Boss causing trouble? I can call back later. Oh, no. Hanging around the office is just a good excuse, not to be at home. I see. I never got why you moved back in the first place. I had to leave my student apartment, you know that. And you know that's a super lame excuse. You earn good money at Rosentech, don't you? You could rent any flat in town, you just don't want to. Ugh, I see you're not going to relent. Nope, sorry. I had a pretty rough start into this year. I couldn't really stand being alone at the time. I feel much better now, but Mom, Dad, they're so happy I'm back, you don't want to disappoint them, do you? Yeah, I can't do that to them, not again. And I hear I was thinking, and Juliet had finally reached a state of emancipation. Hey, I have. No, you haven't. You're letting yourself be hassled by Mom and Dad yet again, little Jewel Bug. Jewel Bug. Strangely nostalgic to hear you still say that. I remember how I made that up for you? Yeah, I was so envious when Dad called you his June Bug and didn't have any nickname for me. And rightly so. Don't give in to Dad. At least give him a good fight, okay? I will. Believe me. Goody. So I figure I should leave you to work then. Yeah, office is empty, but yeah, my to-do list is long. Okay, let's talk another time. I will call you again. Do not try to reach me. Just kidding. June? Yep. Thank you for believing in me. Oh, look at you sounding so serious. That's what a big sis is there for, right? Guess so. See you, June. See you around, Jewel Bug. Alright, so her older sister June, which we know the family history of the Carringtons, whether we want to or not. is checking in on her sister. So that's nice to see. So now, so we know that she has Juliet has a handle here. Don't know if it's going to matter much, but I will put that on her profile just in case it does get us a hit. Jewelbug, what weird kind of nickname is that? Yeah, well, it is what it is, dude. Just go with it. Letting yourself be hassled by mom and dad yet again. That really troublesome relationship with parents. Who cares? Disable that. And had a pretty rough start into this year. I couldn't really stand being alone at the time. I don't know if that means anything. Yeah. Well, I mean, it's a hint of something, so let's just put that over there. Considering she ended her relationship at that time, yeah. Oh, I guess, alright, well, that was information I forgot about, so there you go. How'd you know I was working today? So she's working on Saturday, so we'll just put that over there just so we know she's off the list for anything that happens today. June and Jewelbug had their annual sisterly chats. What we got here? June Carrington is her sister. Yeah, we know about that pretty much. And that did something. It sounded like it did something. I don't know. I don't know what it did. But that's a thing. So then, oh, there's something else on this page? What else is on this page? Oh, it's this. Okay, go to previous. Oh wait, there's a previous entry. What is this? Nina Maternova. Oh, she has more stuff in the medical database here. Patient reports of digestive nausea and vomiting accompanied by light fever. Slight oral examination revealed slight irritation of the pharynx. Gastrix Forte, 250 milligrams with note, take 3 times a day with meals. Gastroenteritis. Yeah, gastroenteritis she had, huh? Interesting. What would be causing that? Lauren Fitzgerald, MD Bonton. Patient reports of permanent unrest. Inability to sleep properly, gets up 5 to 12 times a night but does not feel overly tired. Hypervigilance. Experiences heavy tremor in both hands when trying to write. Also sometimes in the legs when walking, especially in the left leg. When asked for the duration of the symptoms to record the amnesis, the patient stated that they began over 3 years ago, but would not elaborate. Asking why she did not visit earlier, the patient vehemently voiced discontent. A similar behavior was observed in reaction to any question regarding the origin of the symptoms or social and occupational circumstances at that time. In addition to the usage of strong language, the patient also hit a cabinet door with her fist. It was hard to get clear, reliable statements. This patient tends to react aggressively when feeling challenged or confronted, rushes to extremes. Symptoms are similar to those of post-traumatic stress disorder, but can only be confirmed by a dedicated psychoanalysis. What situation this might have caused is unknown. Prior medical records for clarification could not be found. Strongly advised to attend psychotherapy. Additionally, Zamorlin Night was prescribed. Also suggested to go and find a company of other people, a like-minded group to talk to. Okay, so she has some post-traumatic stress disorder going on. And night tremors, which is a thing. Where's her profile at? This one here, right? So let's grab that. Hypervigilance is close to feelings of paranoia, though it's not the same. Yeah. They began over 3 years ago. What, 3 years? What happened back then? Must have been really bad. And then some post-traumatic stress disorder. That sounds menacing. An important finding. I wonder what might have caused it. Well, was she like in the military or something? Because she has a wound on her leg, right? That this other male doctor found. Because she obviously changed doctors. So that was the only entry from that one doctor. So she apparently really didn't like that doctor. And now there's something about her leg that's not quite right. Let's see what this got me. Some headlines and profile of Schwartz Molly. What is on here? November 2013 was when she's been working at Work Easy for. See recent jobs and employer feedback. Oh, okay, that would be a thing. Received ratings from 984 jobs. Bonton City Cleaning, employed on April 13th, 2017. A very reliable and hard worker, would hire again anytime. So is this in conflict with her data chunk? Yeah. During the current week, which means that she was advised to have strict rest, but she didn't. So we'll have to put that on there. She obviously wasn't resting. So she was working a lot over the week. Does that account for or perhaps limit her ability to have triggered the bombings? I don't know. She was cleaning, more cleaning on the 12th. Fix-It Limited. Mechanical repairs employed on April 11th. She pretty much saved us when a critical employee went home sick and we were seriously understaffed. Absolute gem of a temp worker, fast, reliable, and incredibly low rate. Well, that's probably not the best of thing. So what did that give me? I see the headlines have popped up again. Oh, the listeners popped up again. What's going on here? She's got a chat session with Initiate. This is the hacker guy. Or hacker person. Knock knock. Question mark. You've got to ask, who's there? Not in the mood for knock knock jokes. Oh, you blew it. Cut the crap. Who are you? So now you can ask. Initiate is the name. Do I know you? Why would you be talking to a random person? I'm someone who knows you better than you know yourself, sweetie. Oh, not again. You're from Singular, right? Don't care how you got my number, just leave me alone. Oh, lol. No, that's not where I'm from. User has blocked this communication. Okay. This Initiate person. So we have another hit from Initiate. So this hacker person. I'll do that. Oh, what do you mean wrong? Oh, she's in contact? Well, that's kind of, yes, I guess. She's kind of in contact with him, but not really. I don't want that to be the thing though, right? She's in contact with, that's not really, well, I guess we could put it over there, but still, it's not true. This Initiate again, I wonder what his or her role on this is. Well, let's find out. Initiate has been in contact with 2 of our target persons so far. This should be enough. And here we go. Feel free to investigate this hacker as well, but keep the focus on Miss Matronova for now. Okay, I have a feeling if we go after this hacker, we're going to have other problems. But I'm thinking this hacker is probably looking at us, looking at other things. Another session from Initiate. Okay. Oh, no. Can't block Initiate out like that, sweetie. Buzz the duck off. Fuck. You should listen to me just for the moment, alright? And then I'm all gone. Poof. I don't care what you have to say. See, I know about your little band of troublemakers and I really dig it. The gov needs a kick where the sun don't shine. That's all right with me, sweetie. But bombing people, that's playing wrong. Bullshit. How come you think that was one of us? Let's just say I've been watching you all for some time. The vaunted bombings hit places where your outlaw posse has been to in the past. No way you did not hear about that. You are extremely lucky that the cops are stupid enough not to have figured out that connection yet. Else they might have prevented that mall thingy. So give me a reason to, like put that consciousness of mine at ease. I would want to help you, not turn you in. How dare you threaten me? You got nothing. Yolanda, be cool. I said I want to help after all, not threaten you. That was Yolanda. I'll show you I can be trusted. I'm gonna hack that precious page of the party and upload a special something. It's gonna be easy with those party IT guys being lazy bones, as long as they don't see it coming in the next few secs. But then you'll answer my questions, alright? Don't care about your shit. Wait. Give me a sec while I get to work. Don't go away. I could get away from you if I would. Can't switch my phone off now. That is a nice looking firewall you have there, dear party web team. It would be a shame if someone would just bypass it. Can you actually shut up? Doing this still gives me the chills and I need to distract myself somehow, so sheesh. Almost done. Just a second longer. Alright. Done. Delaroy has never been prettier. Wait, I have to take a look at that. Aha, this is gold. Can we have a talk now? If you must, make it quick and quit poking around in my life. You said you were not involved in the assaults. I'm not. Okay. Do you think it's someone else in thoughts? This band of misfits? Never. And Harrison is the only guy I could remotely imagine doing anything like that. Yeah, no, I don't think so. They're all pointing fingers at each other. Harrison had an interest in Cassandra because she could access the big money through her parents' company. Otherwise, she's mostly a spoiled brat who thinks the world owes her. Yeah, that's about right. Juliet was a bit shy, but damn good at organizing stuff, but not capable of going terrorist, if you ask me. Know what I think? It's the Gov themselves behind the bombings. I've thought about that. Did you know that since 2011 all the electronic devices must have unique IDs? They look like this, and it's not even secure. That looks like the code labeled on my PC. Well, that's because it is. What? Alright, what's he gonna do? He's gonna frame her for it? Don't worry, I only accessed the number remotely, nothing more. You deserve some privacy. Since you pulled that hack, I'm willing to believe you. For now. Can you use your skills to find out if it's the Gov's work? What they're up to? Of course, my word is good. I will get to the bottom of this. You just do whatever you do and keep cool, alright? Gotta go now. It's alright, sweetie. See you soon. Okay, but stop calling me sweetie. Oh, well, that was an interesting back and forth conversation, wasn't it? Yeah, I don't know if I want to pull any of these things over, though. Watergate's money through Cassandra Watergate's. Shy, good at organizing. Behind the bombings. Let's see. Let's grab as much of these as I think are good here. The government needs a quick kick where the sun don't shine. That goes against initiate, right? So we'll go here. Wait, where are we at? Initiate. And we'll just say kabam. And then he hacked the page of the party, the homepage of the party. Are you mad? You sound such important information only to pass along when it's no longer useful? You wanted to see what happened, didn't you? Well, I'll keep my mouth shut, but if anybody finds out, good luck with explaining why you withheld such crucial info. Well, the chat was going on. I had a feeling they were going to tell me, "Oh, you didn't pass that on right away." Well, shit, dude. I'm trying to do voices here. Leave me alone. So she says this is everything about Nina. So we're gonna go over to Nina here, and we'll just pull these. Oh, whoop, what does that say? Wrong profile. Oh, that's for Harrison. Okay. So we'll do. I guess we'll do this. First is this hacker suspected, and now her. What do they know that we don't? And then we'll say that he had. So Cassandra. I guess I can put this on Harrison, right? Yeah. Must be crushing when your friends only like you for your money. Yeah. And Juliet was a bit shy, was darn good at organizing stuff, so I guess I gotta go to Juliet here. I don't think that really matters. She was good at organizing stuff. And she thinks the government is behind the Bonton bombings. So we'll go over to her and just throw that in there. Ah ha ha ha, what a joke. Of course the government will bomb Bonton to bits to justify surveillance, right? I've heard that a million times by now. Every time something happens, there's nothing to these conspiracy theories. Yeah, no, well, we'll see about that. And then we've also got her PC ID, so that might help us gain access to her PC, probably. Oh, very good. You found a device UID. Every device in the nation has one, in accordance with the safety bill. We can use the insider tool to connect and see what a user has on their device. Note a device must be running and have an online connection in order for you to access it. Alright, well now we finally unlocked the insider tool. How about them? How about them apples? And that's all we got here. Okay, so let's see. First of all, we gotta go see what this picture is that they uploaded. So the party, Robert Blaine, blah blah blah. It wasn't that bad. I mean, come on. All he did was draw a crown and horns on her and stuff. Queen of Bullshit. The Ministry of Bullshit, dedicated to the purpose of power mongering and bullying people, was formed as quickly as possible after the elections, just as anyone sane would have anticipated. She is most hated for the inception of the bullshit bingo, in which Miss Delarue always wins due to the high density of BS in her own speeches. Miss Delarue was subsequently granted the title of Queen of Bullshit. And what's the bullshit bingo thing here? Did he change something else? No, he didn't. It just links back to that. Okay. Alright, so did something looks like something updated on this timeline? Is it just Harrison O'Donnell posted, I think most of you, my very loyal followers, friends, and fiends, have never actually heard that I am running for the TMB. But yeah, that is a thing. Looky here. This is why you kept quiet here for so long. Congrats to that. What the hell? The big revolutionary himself, a lackey to one of the most pro-fascist, pro-surveillance bullcrap newspapers. That picture, is that spick and span babyface you? And that text, loose lips sink terrorist ships. Will the real Hancock please stand up? Guess the government bought you like everyone else. See the revolution go down the drain. Excuse me now, I have to puke way more than I ate. Peter. I know what you mean, I feel you. When the TMB called on me to ask if I would write for them, I laughed at them hard for 30 minutes straight before hanging up. But then they called me again and let me know I could write whatever I want. No strings attached. Hell, I can even fucking swear, and I do frequently. Now I got the attention and reach I always wanted, and I can use it for the good cause. Well, good luck. With an article like that, you could not be any further away. Yeah, that's the thing. That is a thing. All right, I guess he's trying to lure them in with lure in all the readers with the BS, and then he's going to drop a bomb on them. Oh, wait. Maybe I shouldn't say that. Headlines. What we got here? Blaine cancels meeting for surprise visit in Triflith. Prime Minister cancels crisis meeting and instead visits Parge's capital. Plans to lead renewal of stalled negotiations between Cassart and opposition. Bonton Triflith. On Saturday morning, Prime Minister Blaine made a surprise shift of priorities. Originally scheduled for a crisis meeting with Minister of Safety Catherine Delroy in regards to the recent Bonton terror assaults, the Prime Minister instead made plans to mediate in the more than troubled negotiations with President Cassart and the opposition. The original crisis meeting was removed from the official party website, and Blaine took a National Air Force flight straight to Triflith, the capital of Parges. As a government spokesman said, the Prime Minister has landed at Triflith International Airport about an hour ago and was promptly welcomed by President Cassart with military honors. This alone gave the opposition enough reason to once again question the impartiality of the Prime Minister and announced that Blaine would not be accepted as proper mediator. Interesting. Okay, so politics as usual. So now the insider. We can get onto Nina's desktop. Oh well, there's a picture of her kid. I guess I should have figured as much, huh? Sys private and trash. What does she have in the trash first? Request regarding job. Application as a mechanic. Application as a housekeeper. Okay. Request regarding job. Creed at Bonton City, TNA. Dear Mrs. Schwartz, we are glad to... May the Schwartz be with you. Sorry, I had to do that. We are glad to inform you that we will indeed be able to meet your request. Please be present at the operating site around 4 p.m. on both days. Please keep a copy of this message as confirmation receipt, as we will not be able to make changes to the job originally agreed upon in your EasyWork profile. Dear Mr. Reed, I have a request on a rather short notice. Would it be possible for me to take over the Freedom Plaza shift on April 11th and 12th from 4 to 8 p.m. instead of the one at Nolan Square? April 11th and 12th. That's interesting. Why would she take that over on the day of the assaults? That's kind of strange. She requested to be relocated to a job at one of the bombing sites. Well, it's only a request, but it connects her to the bombing location. If we could associate Ms. Maternova with the 2 other sites, we'll be on the safe side. Okay, so that's something. What else? Request regarding job, application as a mechanic. Dear Ms. Maternova, thank you for your interest in working with us. As we receive numerous applications every day for each position, we are required to refuse most of them. Unfortunately, we have chosen another applicant who fits the position slightly better. We are sure you will understand. Thank you for your interest, and please don't hesitate to apply again at a later time. Diane Westfield, CEO, Westfield Cars, Bonton. Dear Ms. Westfield, I would like to apply for a job as a mechanic at Westfield Cars. Please find my application documents, a cover letter, my CV, and references. So she's a car mechanic on top of everything else. It feels like there's some kind of military history back there. And here is her phone number. Interesting. Okay, her mobile phone, so we can tap onto that as needed. Okay, and then what else? Application as a housekeeper. Dear Ms. Maternova, thanks for your application. I am sad to inform you that we have decided on another candidate. All the best for your future job search. Terry Boyle, Williamson Real Estates. Dear Mr. Boyle, I would like to apply as a housekeeper at Williamson Real Estates. Please find my application documents, cover letter, my CV, and references attached. Blah, blah, blah. There's her phone number. So this guy requests regarding job, and he said he was able to meet her request about changing that job around. So that's a thing. All right. So then private, an apology and an offer. Do not read. Okay. Apology and an offer from Abraham Goldfels. Oh, this email from him, huh? Nina, I would like to offer you my sincerest apologies. It was not my intent to denounce you in front of all the other members with thought, or worse, basically everyone. After all, what we do or say online persists like a minefield, as I wrote in an early blog post. I should have been more considerate. Your actions at the Circle Mall have turned out to be very different to what I had anticipated them to be. But that was hardly your fault. It was mine. Instead of passing judgment on you, I'd like to offer you my help. From my impressions, I would assume you're someone whose life so far has been troubled, to say the least. Although it might not seem obvious, I have a rather moving background as well. As they put it, it takes one to know one. I would suggest we have a talk about how we might assist each other best. Please let me know if you're interested. Interesting. Okay. So she was in contact with Abraham, and we have his email now, which I feel like we had his email already, but maybe we didn't. So we might be able to read his emails. So that'll be good. And then this one, he was in contact. They were in contact with one another. Assist each other with what exactly? Yeah, that's a good question. It's a good question. So, do not read. So, I guess you disregarded the subject and went straight to reading this utterly embarrassing mail nonetheless. I knew you would. Well, don't tell me I didn't warn you. I've never written a text like this in my entire life, so I hope you'll be clement with me. Our backpacking trip along the Italian northwest coast has been okay. I will just say it. Amazing. Brilliant. The best one I've ever been on. And that was not due to the sun, even though it was blazing all 10 magnificent days, though. It was not due to the rocky coastline with its endlessly serpentine roads winding up and down the cliffs, and not due to the picturesque villages alongside of them we passed through. It was due to you being there with me that made me enjoy every single second of it. I mean, just remember the one time we wanted to have a photo of us taken and the only person around was that elderly Italian woman? She didn't understand a word of what we wanted and kept shrugging and shaking her head. I had to bite my tongue so hard not to burst out in laughter, but you, cool as you are, just walked over to her, gave her your broadest smile, put the camera into her hand and the finger on the shutter release, and ran back to me to make absolutely sure she wouldn't take a picture of just me. It's funny how this one of all the shots made for the best photo from the entire trip, don't you think? Every cell in me wants to just backspace all of this letter and not send it. But at the same time, I just want you to read it and know how I feel about you. It seems you have passed the patented Desmond Schwartz relationship test, so I might as well write down what I've been trying to say all the time here. I love you. Oh, Desmond Schwartz. Schwartz! May the Schwartz be with you! So she must have, so she married this guy, huh? Yep, she definitely married this guy. That's why she's got the Schwartz name. So Nina, well, is Nina her original name? Oh, this is the wrong profile to put that on. I'm like, what is going on here? So is Nina, well, I mean, you don't change your first name. So how would it be? So Matronova is probably her maiden name, I would imagine. I don't know. She changed her first name too, it seems like. Schwartz, like her alias. So she isn't single after all. Well, I don't know about that. I think she's single enough. Let's put it that way. Do not read. Saved protocol Desmo 016 text. What is this? You know, if we were to marry and have children, it would be really funny if my name was Molly. Whoa, wait a sec. You're getting a bit ahead of things. You know I like to plan ahead. Yeah, you do like that. I really like Nina as a name, though. Why Molly? Desmond says to Molly, girl, I like your face. Come again? Obladi Oblada. The Beatles. Don't tell me you don't know that. You're the oldie lexicon impersonator. I have to admit, I never was such a Beatles fan. More on the Rolling Stones side of the road. Okay, this is a major gap in your knowledge. You're aware of that. Why do I know the song? There was something about a bra in there, wasn't it? Sheesh, it's not about a bra. In a couple of years, they have built this home sweet home with a couple kids running in the yard of Desmond and Molly Schwartz. Desmond and so they changed their names fully, like their first names even. So, what the hell is her name then? Is her name Nina or is it Molly? I really like Nina as a name though. Why Molly? So we don't know what their names are. I like the idea Me too. You don't have a problem with kids being the center of my life, do you? Not at all, but I guess you'll have to go and change your name first. Maybe I will. Ha! I officially dare you. I'll do that for real, just you wait. And then we'll see how the life goes on. Brah. What the? So obviously, yeah, she's child-centered because she has a kid. But no wonder for a single mother. Do you have any more hints that back this attitude up that Miss Metronova actions are for her son? Maybe. Possibly. I know she changed her freaking name and now I don't know what the hell name she is. So that's the thing. Here's her, she's got a picture on her thing of him playing in the sandbox, so obviously she's that squad. Ah, here it is. Here it is. This is what I was looking for. She was an army veteran. I had a feeling. As soon as you bring up post-traumatic stress disorder and some weird injuries, it's like, yep, this has got to be the thing. Pull that over there. One related document found. Ms. Matronova is an ex-soldier? This is worthy of in-depth research. Yep, indeed. We need to specify... We need to specifically know what kind of experience she has. Well, apparently she's got repair experience, so I'd imagine she was an army specialist, like a repair specialist or whatever the hell they call them in the army. What's under sys? Browser. Ooh, browser history. Well. Work easy. Maps Bonton. Bonton City inner city map. She looked at Concern One's profile on Singular, right? Because she is Concern One. That's right. I'm getting all confused now. Archive news. Hopkins says Stelligan will keep CCTV to a minimum. Look up web search CCTV Stelligan. She looked for that on Thursday. Okay. That's an odd thing to search for when you don't have something sinister in mind. This vaguely associates Nina with the Stelligan assault. That makes 2 locations she is tied to. We'll have a very solid case when we can make that 3. Yeah, so who and what and where am I at here? There's something else. Oh, yeah, this is... I'm like, what am I looking at? Where am I going? Was there anything else under there? That's just browser history. And private, I've looked at everything. Trash, we looked at everything. Yeah. So I wonder why that still shows up as a... Oh, I see. This is just another... This is just an easier way to see all this stuff. Oh, that would have been nice. Just a threaded thing here. Application as housekeeper, as mechanic, blah, 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 all that stuff. Alright, reader. What do we have as far as Ms. Matronova goes? Where's the red dingy dingies? Oh, here we go. Army of the Nation, Nina Matronova. Okay, so her name is Nina. Sergeant Nina Matronova. Status out of service. She was a sergeant. 1st Combat Engineer Battalion Company B, Platoon 1246. A combat engineer. Yeah, that's just, she's doing auto repair and stuff. Because that seemed weird. She's like housekeeping and secretarial, and then it's like, and repairing cars. It's like, well, okay. One of those requires some skills. Not that the other ones don't, but requires specific skills. So, pull this picture over, shall we? Nice, it suits her. She was a 1st Combat Engineer Battalion Company B, Platoon 1246. And she was a combat engineer with 6 years of service. And she got a medal for bravery as well, which is very, very pertinent. Miss Matronova seems to have come a long way from being such an honorable person. Well, yeah, specialization training, combat engineering completed, assigned platoon, 1246 1st Combat Engineer Battalion, awarded bravery medal, promoted to sergeant. So here's her history. She enlisted in 2005. She was assigned platoon, basic combat training, promoted to specialist in 2007. Partakes in foreign mission. That's all it says. Partakes in foreign mission. That's all it said. Returned to Bonton Barracks in 2008. Promoted to corporal, awarded bravery medal for saving of multiple comrade and civilian lives in the face of extraordinary danger. Promoted to sergeant in 2010, in charge of Squad Alpha, Platoon 1246. Partakes in foreign mission, I guess because it's classified, I guess that's why I just say partakes in foreign mission. Wounded in combat, 2011, there you go, that's the wound that we saw. Considered AWOL, absent without official leave. AWOL status cleared, returned to Bonton Barracks, and then court-martial sentence, dishonorable discharge and 3 months of confinement for being AWOL with voluntary return. She was in confinement and then discharged. So she got dishonorably discharged due to going AWOL. So something happened after she got wounded in this foreign mission in 2011. Something happened there. She got probably her post-traumatic stress, and that caused her to just try to get away from everything. So yeah, that's a thing. That's all a thing. That is a severe punishment. Did you know this puts her on the same level as any other previously convicted felon? Yeah, she got 3 months confinement for going AWOL, but I get I don't know what else to say about that. Missions are the world is our home base. The first duty of the Army of the Nation is to defend the freedom of our homeland. Of course, this does not only involve deployment of our own borders. To secure our values and assist our allies offshore, our soldiers partake in numerous missions in neighboring countries. Click on a location on the following map to learn more about a mission. Oh, okay, so which one of these is 2011? So Mission Kerberos. And that's... what did that do? The safety bill, along with a set of further entitlements, allows the Army of the Nation to be deployed in the homeland whenever needed. This paved the way for the mission Kerberos, intended to secure or evacuate densely populated areas in case of a large-scale terrorist attack. To be able to achieve this, several divisions of the Army have received special training and are on standby at all times. Fortunately, Kerberos has remained dormant to date. Involved units: 2nd Infantry Reserve Battalion and 3rd Infantry Reserve Battalion. Okay. So, Parge's peacekeeping mission. The aftermath of the 2006 military coup quickly spiraled the one-time democratic model country Parges into chaos. The rebel movement Forces of the True Parges, FTP, declared war on the newly formed government under General Demjan Kassert, which led to a long-lasting and bloody civil conflict until the Army of the Nation was finally greenlit to intervene and de-escalate the situation. Realizing they were unable to stand a chance in an open struggle, the FTP changed their strategy to terrorism. Under the impression of being involved in an unwinnable skirmish, the prior government of the nation terminated the Parges' intervention mission, ultimately leading to a fatal event known as the Incident of 2008. So this is way before she was even in the army here. With the new government, well, no, she was in the army, but this was before 2011 when she was wounded. The new government elected in 2009, the Parges intervention mission was immediately resumed under a new name, the Parges peacekeeping mission, as is now known, proceeded to once again secure and rebuild the Pargesian society and infrastructure. And 1st Combat Engineer Battalion, partially tasked with mine clearance. So she was tasked with mine clearance during the Parges peacekeeping mission. Okay, that's in conflict with something. So let's see what that means. Border patrols. With a massive uncontrolled influx of refugees from Parges into the nation, arrangements had to be made to take control of the situation. As a consequence, the Army of the Nation was forced to secure the border with continuous patrols, adding a number of checkpoints. Involved the 1st Reconnaissance Battalion and the 2nd Reconnaissance Battalion. Okay, so that's a red herring. Ustavakia? I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. Drug inhibition. The nation of Ustavakia gained, I know I'm not pronouncing that right, gained notoriety for its thriving business in illegal drugs, primarily heroin. As such, it also hosts some of the most influential and dangerous cartels in the world, and the best parties, apparently, who tend to settle their differences in the Utes streets by armed force. The police force of Utes finds itself overwhelmed by the sheer brutality of the cartels often display. To make things worse, law enforcement staff are often found to be either corrupt or to have been severely intimidated by the cartels. In 2015, the government decided in order to stabilize the country and inhibit the drug trafficking into the nation, the Army of the Nation would offer support to local forces in a bid to eradicate all traces of the criminal trafficking trade. That was the 5th Light Infantry Battalion and the 6th Light Infantry Battalion, so that was not her. Mission Stable Utes. As an extension to the Utes drug inhibition, the Mission Stable Utes focuses on the support and direct protection of the citizens who are endangered by the cartel wars. Another focus is on wiping out corruption in public departments such as the law enforcement. That was the 4th Light Infantry Battalion and the 2nd Law Enforcement Battalion. Okay. Sent Gentry and Flood Aid. What is this one? After torrential week-long rainstorms during the 2016 fall, Gentry saw one of the worst floods within its recorded history. Nearly 1,000 people died and over 800,000 others were left homeless. Without hesitation, the Army of the Nation was sent in to help aid the survivors with the distribution of supplies and rebuilding their most basic infrastructure. This one also involved the 1st Combat Engineer Battalion, partially. Infrastructure maintenance. So, did she go to Parges or did she go to the flood mission? I'm thinking if she... well, the post... she is... Here's the thing, right? She's very centered around her children, around her kid. Now... did she... I'm imagining she didn't have a kid at the time, but she's probably still very centered around children. And I'm thinking the Flood Aid mission probably saw her see lots of dead kids, I'm betting. And maybe that was the post-traumatic stress, although she had a deep wound. So, I mean, it could be either one of these, right? It's very hard to tell where she would have gotten that wound from. What's the memorial page? Remember the Lost. 2015, 2012. All the people who have died. Oh. Well, there's a name that just popped up. Okay, 2011 is when she lost her husband, Desmond Schwartz. Okay. So he was killed on 2011 military mission. Interesting. Interesting. All right. This is harsh. The 2011 Army missions were sanctioned by the current government. As much as I hate to say it, it definitely provides motivation to hate the government. Let's find more to back that up. Yeah. So she lost her husband in 2011. That's where everything started going downhill in a mission. Now, I'm thinking that mission wasn't the flood mission. I'm thinking that was... I don't think it was the Gentry and Flood Aid, because that doesn't seem like something that you would... Because they only say it was partially in there. Well, see, here's the thing. Here's the thing, right? She could have been involved in the Flood Aid, right? While her husband was involved in the other, because they were probably both in the same battalion. So she could have been on the Flood Aid, and he could have been in the peacekeeping mission, and he got killed during the peacekeeping mission, I bet. And she hates the fact that they weren't together because she might have been able to save him or something like, or some weird thing like that. Tasked with mine clearance. Tasked with mine clearance. I don't think. Yeah, see, this one says they were tasked with mine clearance, and this one says they were tasked with infrastructure maintenance. And she's been finding jobs as a maintenance personnel. I think she was on the I think they were broken up by geography, and I think she was on the infrastructure maintenance task while her husband got his ass blown up by a mine or something similar. Yeah, I bet that's what it is. Alright, this seems more plausible to me, so I'm going to pull this one over. So nothing noteworthy here. We now know enough on Miss Matronova's background. Oh, we got the listener kicking off here. She is getting a call from Sylv. Let's wait for the words to pop up here. Yes? Hey again, Nina. Sylv here. How's it going? You feeling better? Yeah, somewhat. Finally, after spending the whole last week in bed. Oh, good. I can still bring Michael around, though. Do you want... No, thanks. I'm going to pick him up in an hour or so. Would that be okay? Yeah, of course. I promised to go to the playground with him. That's fine. I'll pick Michael up from the corner at Orchard Drive, wasn't it? Right. Great. Thanks again. See you in an hour. See you, Nina. Okay, so she's going to go pick Michael up on Orchard Drive. That might play a role later, he says. And then... you feeling better? She spent the whole last week in bed. Stayed at home sick over the past week. That doesn't... Yeah, but she was accepting jobs, though, this past week, so that's not right. And she was getting good reviews, too, for those jobs, so she's obviously not been in bed the last week. She wanted to get her kid out of the house so she could do something, I bet. I bet that's what it was. She's just giving an excuse there. Okay, alright. That's what we're going with now. Employer just rated you. Hi, Molly. We would like to inform you about a new rating. Your employer, McDougal Groundskeeping Services, just left for you. Click here to instantly view the review. Your work easy team. Okay. Oh, here it is. McDougal Groundskeeping Service, employed on April 14th, 2017. Comment, Miss Schwartz did an okay job at the Circle Mall. She seemed a little distracted, though, and ultimately quit for not feeling well after 8 of 10 planned work hours. So she was definitely not in bed. That's for damn sure. That is for damn sure. And this is the conflict is that one. Yeah, I kind of figured that was the conflict. Okay. So corroborated that she was not in bed. So this is the truth. Pull that one over. So she worked at the bombing site and even at the right time. And she even left before the bombing. We have now been able to associate Ms. Matronova with every bombing location. Her whereabouts are hereby clarified. Things are not looking good for her. Yeah, but... See, the one problem here is that I know, as a person playing a game right now, that this is only episode 3 out of 5 episodes. So, here's where having an episodic game kind of goes against the narrative, right? Because I know, looking at it from this perspective, she's probably not the one that did the bombing, even though everything's kind of pointing at it. And she did kind of egg on the hacker to go do some stuff, but that's more of a, hey, you know, just give them a little bit of a black eye more than anything else. She does have post-traumatic stress disorder, but that's, I mean, she lost her husband, so that's a thing. And she certainly does have reason to have a beef with the government because, you know, they were separated geographically in the same battalion, but yet couldn't help each other. So I get the feeling like this is a big red herring, just like the last ones, and that we still haven't found the true Mad Bomber yet. And that's just because, really, it's my brain saying, this is only episode 3 and there's 2 more episodes to come. So, this is one of those scenarios where, if they had, as good as they've done with the episodes, and they actually had the episodes planned out. They actually tell you on the Steam page when they're coming, the actual dates and all that stuff, and they've kept to it so far. This is one of those scenarios where I feel like they probably should have just released the entire game at once, because it would be even more compelling than a narrative. Because right now I know to be cautious at what I'm doing, because I know that the entire story hasn't been done yet. You know what I mean? So this is one of those situations where being an episodic game is actually, it's not hurting the game per se, but it's hurting the narrative that you're trying to put together. At least in my mind anyway. Of course I could be entirely wrong, so that is always the risk that we run. So Memorial, what else was on here? I mean, we saw Desmond Schwartz and all that stuff, so we know what's there. Looked at the missions. We looked at her file. Right. Was there anything else? Yeah, you know what? I bet. But see, it says here that she was wounded in combat. Wounded in combat. I don't think that she was... see, now I'm looking at that, I'm like, I don't think she was doing that much combat as a... You know, in a flood relief thing. So maybe she was maybe she was doing the mine? No, but she's a mechanic. Yeah, I'm not so sure about that now. But it says wounded in combat, which could mean anything. It's just she was wounded in the service of duty, I guess. You know, not really in combat, I guess. But then she went AWOL, which tells me that she actually did leave her post to go see what happened to her husband, because he was not talking to her, and that's when she found out that he was dead and all that kind of thing. So I think that's what's going on there. Is there anything else on these pages? I don't think there is. The party projects. Was there anything else on here? Ooh. The safety bill also paved the way for stricter regulations concerning immigration and general travel into or transiting through the nation. It also became mandatory to inform employers whenever an applicant or employee is an ex-convict or otherwise regarded potentially dangerous, which I bet she didn't do, even though she's technically an ex-convict because she was held in confinement for going AWOL during in the army, and the bill actually prevents her from getting a job. So that's a thing. This must be absolutely horrible for her, especially considering she's on her own taking care of her son. It makes one hell of a motivation together with the fact Desmond was killed on a mission sanctioned by the government. You have found a strong motivation, revenge. That's it, you found all we need to know. Let's see. Miss Matronova simply engaged in maintenance tasks. That doesn't seem very notable. There's evidence to suggest that she has a strong reason to hate the safety bill, but that doesn't look great for her. And finally, we could associate her with every single bombing location and prove that she was present at the correct time of one. Seems we found our prime suspect. This is grounds for an arrest. Well done. I'll need a moment to talk to my superiors. I'll get back to you soon. Keep observing Miss Matronova for activity. Alright, this is not good. Insider. What's going on here? History? Device offline. Alright, listener. What's going on? Initiate. Hey, are you there? For you, always. Great, I just came home. What's she gonna say here? I left my PC switched on this morning, just tried to look something up online, and suddenly it went haywire. And my security app popped up with like a million warnings of some outside intrusion. Hey, that was not me! Yeah, well, that was me. That's why I messaged you. You promised to help. And help I will. Don't touch that system. Pull the plug. Did that immediately. Good girl. Okay, here's what I think. You won't like it a bit. I think the cops are after you. What? Oh, what's going on here? Seems they're not as stupid as I thought because of that mall thingy they didn't prevent. I did not find out much yet, but they are trying some new surveillance program capable of intrusion. That's probably what's been happening to your PC. Oh, all hell, fuck this. I need to get out of here before the cops are here. Sorry. And thanks. Let's get that out there. She's what? We cannot let our main suspect escape. I will assemble an intervention team immediately. We'll start creating roadblocks. I'll inform the intervention team that they should move in aggressively. As you found out, she might react violently. Since her device is offline, we'll have to start at her home. Thankfully, we already know her address. Go through her communications. Maybe she will hint at places she goes when she isn't at home. Forward anything of importance to me at once. I'll brief the intervention team accordingly. It's in your hands now. Don't mess this one up. We can't afford it after the incident at the mall. Okay. Who you talk to? He says. All right, she's getting a call. She's calling Juliet. Alright. Welcome to Rosentech, you. Oh, hey, Juliet. Thank God you're working right now. I called your mobile, but couldn't get a hold of you. Can we talk? Nina, I'm all alone here catching up on work. Is everything okay? Listen, I don't have much time. There is this psycho coming for me. He's been stalking me for days. What? What do you mean, psycho? I can't explain right now. Will you help me? Of course, but how? Do you know somewhere safe that my son and I can lay low for a while? I don't know. Come on, Juliet. You gotta think of something. Please. Okay. I think I know a place. It's in the middle of nowhere. It's the home of... No, wait. Don't say it. I think you might be listening. What? How? There was this hacker guy who reached out. Found out that someone is stealing my info and wiretapping my calls. Are you kidding me? You mean like maybe listening right now? Just don't say anything that will give my location away, okay? Better safe than sorry. Just help me get out of here. Jesus, Nina. A bit late for that now. Now he knows where I work. Sorry. Okay, let's get you out of here. Thank you. Give me a sec. Just gotta pack some stuff. Okay. What else we got here? I'm bringing my gun. Whoa. Are you looking to get yourself killed? If someone's listening to this, they know you're armed and dangerous. She's armed? I didn't expect that. Prepare for resistance, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, if I don't bring protection, I'm gonna be dead anyway. Oh, fuck. Someone's at the door. I'm going to go out the back door. Okay, she's going out the back door. Hold up, just let me get through here. Okay, I can't get that guy's stuff in there. Everything all right? And what's going on here? Ugh, damn, Nina. Okay, I made it out the window and climbed down. He was busy searching around the back of the building. Phew, he gave me a heart attack. Sit tight, I'll work out how to get you out of town. Juliet, I've got to do something important first. I've got to pick up my son. I can't leave him behind. She's gonna go pick up her son. We know where he's at. Where is... Oh no, wait, don't say it. Just go for it. Thank God, it's raining like hell. I can barely see 10 feet in front of you. I can slip away. Won't be long, I'm on the move. Be safe. I'll be here and work out how to get you out. Thank you. Okay, is that the end of that? So we gotta look at Juliet. Juliet's gonna help her. Well, this is crazy pants. And Nina didn't actually do any of the bombings, I don't think. But we're gonna drag her through the mud like she did. Nina, who is this guy? Wiretapping your calls, really? You can tell me, it's okay. Look, I might have fucked up. I mean, look, you don't need to know who is after me. There's no reason. You're not doing anything illegal by helping me, and I want to keep you safe. Oh, she is doing something illegal right now. Sorry, this is getting to me. It's okay, Nina. Alright. There's a lot of time moving here. Almost there. Alright, I'm here. I'll put my phone on. Oh shit. What is it? That guy is in front of the house. How did he know where I was going? We didn't say anything. Oh shit. Oh fuck. Nina. Fuck. Nina, what? Forget about him. No fucking way. Leave him. He's gonna be fine. Never. I'm not leaving him. I'm going in. Oh god. Don't do it, please. It's not going to end well. They're going to shoot her. It's worth it. Nina, what the hell are you doing? Not going down without a fight. That's what. Nina, no. They are going to shoot her ass. You're not going to get... Yeah, well, that was it. Nina? Nina! I lost connection to the officers at the scene. What the... I need my connection back, now. Finally! Looks like we were successful. However, our target is dead. Yeah, she didn't make it. There was a shootout. After the first shots, the team returned fire. I told them to go in aggressively. I thought it was the right thing to do. Well, it was. She was going to shoot them. Didn't want this to happen. Yep, well, with powder and lead we got. Who is writing at the worst possible time? I just want to be done with this horrible day. Can you check the mail, please? Yep, I will. I am sorry. What the frig? Abraham Goldfels. To Nina, I am sorry. Nina, I'm truly sorry for having drawn the investigators' attention to you, but frankly, you overstepped the boundaries of our agreement. The bombs were meant as a warning to those who are indifferent, a beacon of remembrance to our message that the thoughts must always be free. They were not meant to kill. Once again, you disappoint me with your insurmountable hatred and rage. Consider our agreement void. Yours, Abraham Goldfels. He motivated Nina to commit terrorist assaults. What? This doesn't seem... This doesn't seem right. This is too convenient. This seems like someone else is sending this, because Goldfels is missing, right? This does... I gotta drag it over, because the game's not gonna let me do anything until I do it, but it's still... This seems too freaking convenient. It really does. I mean, I could disable it, but I just get... Yeah, just... The thoughts must always be free. They were not meant to kill. No, this is not from him. This is not from him at all. But I guess I gotta do it. Well, crap. Yeah, I'm gonna drag it over, but I get the feeling that this is not, that this is a red herring. Because this is too freaking convenient. That this guy's just like, oh, by the way, you suck. You didn't put the bomb. You killed people with the bombs. I didn't want you to kill people with the bombs. And Oh my God! I can't believe you just found this. Can you? They worked together on this madness, but why? I still don't get it. Yeah, I don't get it either. I think it's a red herring. This changes everything. We must find Abraham Goldfels tomorrow. Before, we'll need some rest. It's been one hell of a day. You may log out now. Yeah. They were not meant to kill. I'm gonna put that on his profile as well, because that didn't come over, the original one. So I'm gonna put that over here. Do you honestly believe that after all you have seen? Yeah, I actually kind of do, because I don't believe what I don't believe this is too convenient. I don't believe what I'm seeing here. I really don't, my friends. It's been a long road, and this is I'm questioning everything now. Everything shall be questioned. Well, so Nina is dead, or Molly, or whatever the freak her name was. I guess her name was actually Nina, because that was how she registered at the army. So there's some kid now that's lost his mother because she went in guns blazing. But I had to. It was the right thing for them to be aggressive because she was armed. You know, if it hadn't done that, she would have just killed all those guys, and then that would have been even worse. But yeah, Yeah, this yeah. This is a really good story. I'm still very conflicted about everything that's going on here. I refuse to believe that Abraham Goldfels was the one doing this. Someone else is. We got hackers and stuff going on here. We got this initiate guy or girl doing something, and yeah, something strange is happening, and this is not it yet. So, more layers to peel off the onion, my friends. More layers to peel off the onion. Let us log out, because I think we've got all the data chunks we need. Alright, so based on the data you submitted, we have learned the following. Global, the destroyed mall. The Circle Mall has been destroyed by an explosive device. The remaining member, as the last remaining member of Thought, Nina Maternova, needed to be investigated. The suspect was killed. The primary suspect was killed in the attempt to make an arrest. Target person, Nina Maternova. She's been a soldier who engaged in engineering. We could associate her with every location of the bombings. She decided to flee. We sent an intervention team after her. Her motivation seems to be dominated by revenge for her deceased boyfriend and the safety bill prohibiting her from work. She was killed when she offered resistance to the intervention team trying to arrest her. Initiate. Initiate has been in contact with 2 target persons, so an investigation has been authorized. He planned and executed a hack on the party's website. Abraham Goldfels, he motivated Nina Maternova to commit the Bonton bombings. He didn't intend the bombings to kill people. Harrison O'Donnell, he has condemned the bombings and said he only predicted bombings to make his point clear. And Juliet Carrington, she hinted at having trouble at the start of 2017. You know, something's amiss here. And this Harrison guy, I'm actually kind of leaning back towards this guy because he's got this public persona now where he's like, everything's just towing the government line and then I could get people back interested in my goals. And we know that Abraham Goldfels, retired, and he's kind of dropped off the wire a little bit. And I'm wondering if Harrison had access to Abraham's, because Harrison was the webmaster, right? He had access to the web pages and stuff. And I'm wondering if he has access to Abraham's email, and he sent that email just to throw us off the trail. So let's, or at least implicate him, or implicate Nina, or whatever the case may be. So, intrigue. There is a lot of it here. I'm enjoying this quite a bit. Wow, that was a 2-hour session, my friends. Wow, it was good though. I'm really enjoying this a lot. This has been episode 3 of Orwell. We've got 2 more episodes to go. They are to be released, I think, next week and then the week after. So we'll have to wait for that to come down the pike, and we'll have to see if we uncover who is doing this. Maybe we're doing it. Maybe we're the mad bomber and we're infiltrating it. We're playing both sides of the fence. Who knows at this point? Who really knows? But this has been fantastic, my friends. Links to this are, as always, in the description. I would highly recommend that if you're into games like this, that you go and pick this one up, because it is very, very intriguing and awesome. And then go play it, and then come back later and watch how I screw this up, because I'm bound to do it. But thanks so much for watching, everybody, and I will see you next time.